Hello.
Hello, is this Kathee?
This is Kathee.
Hi, Kathee. This is Dustin Wilmus from KMSU Radio. How you doing today?
I'm doing well. How are you?
I am excellent. I'm excited to talk with you. Thank you so much for checking in with me.
Oh, this is great. I saw that post and I was like, yay, Ange is going to be on the radio. Cool.
Well, yeah, of course, if we're doing a Dragon Sound theme show, we have to have you on there as well.
Well, okay. So what's going on? Like, how did this all come about with Angelo?
Well, I'm just a huge fan of Miami Connection, and I know that he does a lot of other music stuff, so I just reached out to him, and he agreed to speak with me, and I guess we're friends now.
Well, that's great. Yeah, that was a lot of fun doing that movie.
Well, again, I'm excited to talk with you, and before we get to the movie, I just wanted to know, what you're up to now. I know you are teaching, I noticed. Anything else that you're working on these days?
Well, I haven't changed that in my profile, but I'm actually going to school to be a medical assistant. I'm not doing anything musically, which is unfortunate, but I kind of passed that on to my daughter. She's really doing a lot musically. But unfortunately, I am not doing anything. Just personally, I do musical stuff, but just play my guitar and sing all by my lonesome, which is unfortunate, but I'd love to be doing something musically, but I just kind of follow my daughter around and watch her. She's 18 years old. She's awesome. Yeah, her name is Emily Lucas. She's doing great things.
Excellent. Yeah, that's great. Who knows? Someday maybe the two of you might get something going.
Yeah, that would be cool. I know. So I'm kind of boring. That's why I'm saying, I don't know, maybe we should just talk to Angelo. So, I got nothing except just talking about the movie. It was fun. I sang that's how I know Angelo. We were in a band together, and then we actually ended up getting married. So I don't know if you know that I was married to Angelo also.
Oh, no, I did not know that.
Yeah, so that's kind of exciting right there, huh? Yeah. Yeah, Ange and I were married for, we were together for like 11 years. We were engaged during the movie, and then we ended up getting married afterwards.
So then the fans watching the film, the taller bass player guy, he actually was just a friend then.
Yeah, Vince. Yeah, it was funny. His girlfriend, they had to cart her away when we had our makeout scene on the beach. Angela wasn't jealous. He's a cool guy, so. But Vince's girlfriend, she did not like that makeout scene. I'm like, girl, trust me, you're fine. We're all good here.
Did you do any acting besides the movie and maybe before or after?
No, obviously not. Thank God. For the sake of mankind, no.
Well, I wanted to ask you, you mentioned being in a band with Angelo, and I know you guys wrote the music and played all of it. It kind of sounded like it was maybe a day or two notice before you had to put the Dragon Sound together. Yes,
they told us the words they wanted in the songs, and Ange and I went in the studio a couple days before and recorded all the music. We did it all very quickly.
Well, what was the experience like for you? Was it fun? I mean, obviously the movie is a cult classic now, but I know at the time didn't do as well as maybe Grandmaster Kim was hoping.
No, but I have to tell you, it was one of the most fun things I've ever done. It was hilarious. I mean, yes, it was very much fun. It wasn't what Angela and I just wanted to write some music for it, and that was all we wanted to do. And it didn't end up that way. We ended up being in the film. It was not what we expected. We just wanted to go down there and play some of our originals for them, and they were looking at us and, putting their hands up like a camera, coming up close, and, it was hilarious. And it wasn't what we expected, but it was 6 weeks it was loads of fun. Lots and lots of fun. It's a great experience. I wouldn't trade it for anything. We didn't have any permits to do anything. And even on the Daytona Beach scenes and all that, we were being towed, that old car that we were in, we're being towed down the beach, and that's totally against the law, and totally against the law. And, we're being chased by the police. Almost every single thing we did was against the law. And we were being chased by the police constantly, And then I was also not just in the movie, I was the lunch girl. So I would have to go, order 300 hamburgers, and every day I had to go get the food, and I was also the makeup girl. I had to put makeup on YK Kim, Master YK Kim, and and Angelo and I were the only ones that weren't, well, kind of the only two that weren't students of the Taekwondo school. And like if we were late, sometimes we were, for filming and all that, he'd make the students do push-ups, and we were expected to, like, sometimes, I'm not doing push-ups because we were late. Are you kidding me? This is crazy. We weren't students, but we were kind of treated like that. But it was actually the most fun thing that we've ever done, but it was very intense because I think we did it in 6 weeks. And and writing those songs too with the words, Taekwon, and, trying to fit those words into a song was not the easiest thing to do. But we did it. We got it done, and it was lots of fun.
So, sadly, it sounds like Taekwondo was not your way of life then.
No, Taekwondo was not my way of life. No, it wasn't. But we still are friends for eternity, but for sure, all those guys. I remember bumping into my boyfriend in the movie. Vince is his real name, and seeing him 20 years later. He lives in the same town that I live in, and he was I think the director of the YMCA where I was taking my kids. After that makeout scene and all that, it's kind of embarrassing, seeing, because he's married now, I'm married, I got kids, and I see him, I'm just like, oh, hi Vince. Haven't seen you since we were rolling around in the sand in Daytona Beach. Sorry, it's very embarrassing, but yeah, it was. Oh, and I did actually just see Maurice, the oh my God guy.
Sure.
I saw him. I was walking because I'm living out at Daytona Beach right now, and I was walking back to the condo and walked right past the guy, and I looked at him, and he looked at me, and I was like, Maurice? And he's like, Kathee? I'm like, yes. And he goes, oh, my God. No, he didn't say that, but yeah, it was great to see him. And that was about 6 months ago. I just saw him, and I had not seen him since we, filmed the movie, so that was kind of cool. I just saw him about 6 months ago. That was great.
And it's so fascinating, the journey the film has been on. It came out and kind of was a bit of a flop, but now, 30 years later, it's one of everyone's favorite films. What did you think, I guess, when you heard that people were starting to love this movie and filling up theaters?
I couldn't believe my ears. I got a phone call from one of my friends saying that, they were doing this thing in Texas, that whole, and I was so disappointed that I didn't go to that when they had the band reunion and everyone was there and they performed Against the Ninja, the song that I sang the lead on, and they had some other girl do it. I couldn't believe I wasn't there. That was so disappointing. I would have loved to have gone to Austin, Texas for that big film festival thing that they did. But then when the Mystery Science Theater guys did it, I made sure I got to the theater to see that. I went with Angelo a couple of years ago. We went to see that together, so that was fun. Yeah, my thoughts on that were I was so surprised and just shocked and very excited about it, and listened to all the podcasts and read all the stuff on the internet and couldn't believe it. Very exciting, and loved just talking about it and watching, having the movie, telling people about it, and they can go, see it, and they can't believe their eyes when they see it. And I was like, yes. I was just recently in California with my daughter was doing a thing, and I was just sitting there having a drink at the bar and talking to some folks. They're like, it comes up in conversation. Of course, I bring it up in conversation, and they're like, well, we were hoping to meet a movie star. We didn't know it was going to be someone like you. I'm like, yeah, sorry. So just kind of fun. It's really, really an exciting thing that I did. Most exciting thing I've ever done. Fun.
Well, I don't want to start any trouble, but I know you're still friends with Angelo, and he's doing music stuff. I know you mentioned you wish you still were. So, when does Dragon Sound hit the road again? Oh
gosh, we've talked about it. Ange and I have talked about doing a like writing some stuff, some more Dragon Sound stuff. He was serious about it, but I mean, I've got all the time in the world. We got divorced in I think 1994, but we're on friendly terms, so that's a good thing because I'd love to do it. I mean, I'm always up for doing something fun like that.
Well, Kathee, you mentioned your daughter in music now. What do your kids think of the film? Have they seen Miami Connection?
Yes, they have, and they go around singing Against the Ninja, and it's hilarious. And they have seen it. They're actually old enough to now, watch most of it. I used to have to, if they watched it, that some of the biker scenes were not age appropriate for them. So yeah, couldn't let them. Now they can watch it, and they're kind of over it though. But they do think it's kind of funny, and they like to show their friends.
Yeah, it's so many people I know love the movie. It's hard to think that. I guess at the time, with Stallone and Schwarzenegger, maybe it didn't compare. But nowadays, everybody I know loves that movie.
Well, yeah, it's like people love to watch it. When I tell them about it, they're like, "Oh my gosh, I can't believe it! I love that kind of stuff. I'm going to go home and watch it." When I tell them about it, they do. They love it, and it's hilarious. And it was something back then. Like while doing it, we kind of knew it was going to be a flop, and it was a little embarrassing maybe, but not at first, but then when it came out and, it was getting bad reviews and things like that, but now it's like, I love talking about it, and it's so exciting, and it's so fun to show people. Because people like that stuff now. It's pretty funny.
Well, again, I'm a big fan, and I really appreciate talking with you about it. And it's exciting to hear that you're back in school, and your daughter's doing well. If the listeners out there maybe want to check out some of your daughter's music, where can they do that?
Absolutely, she is Emily Lucas Music, and you can listen to her on iTunes, and you can find her on any of the social media. You can find her. Look for Emily Lucas. Yeah, I think that's about all I got right now. But it was the greatest fun. It's not every day you can, people go around and say, yeah, I was in a movie. So it was fun.
Well, yeah, again, I'm so glad that you reached out to me and we could get you on. And it's one of my favorite movies, and I'm glad that you and Angelo both are so comfortable about being known for being in that film.
You mean that we're not embarrassed and we'll talk about it?
Well, you never know. Some people might be weird about that sort of thing.
Well, I wouldn't blame them. But thank you so much. It's been very fun talking to you about it. It's great.
Thank you so much.
Thank you so much. You take care. I hope to talk to you again soon.
All right, you bet. Have a good weekend.
Thanks, you too.
All right, bye-bye.
Bye-bye.